Out of the tree of life, I just picked me a plum.
Legendary singer, performer, and artist Tony Bennett is best known for the millions of records he has sold, but he's also passionate about another area of art. Bennett, a 19-time Grammy Award-winning singer, has been painting all of his life and has a reputation as an accomplished visual artist with 3 paintings in the Smithsonian. Several of his paintings have been commissioned by such organizations as the United Nations, and some of his works are in the private collections of Lady Gaga, President Bill Clinton, and others. I had the chance to catch up with him and his wife, Susan Benedetto, at the Paley Center for Media. I began by asking him about how it all came about back on the streets of New York in Astoria, Queens.
In the apartment building where I lived, there was James McWeeny, who was a wonderful artist, teacher. And he said, come on, let's go to Central Park and paint. I said, wow, that would be nice. And I couldn't believe it. I saw him doing watercolors next to him, and I couldn't believe how wonderful he painted. And he inspired me to just keep doing that for the rest of my life.
So you started your painting as a very young boy.
Right.
You also started your singing as a very young boy. What did your family think about all of this, the painting that you were doing and the singing, the performing that you were doing?
Well, my mom was wonderful. She saw which way I was going, and she did so much to encourage me at the right time and the right place. You know, when she saw that I was interested in show business, I said, Mom, it's your birthday, let's go somewhere. She said, I want to see Ella Fitzgerald. And I couldn't believe it. We went to see Ella Fitzgerald, and she came over to me, and that's when I first started recording. And Ella said, I love your record. And I never got over that to this day, that Ella liked something that I did at a very early age.
When I was walking around and looking at your paintings here in the Paley Center, the exhibit, I was struck by the expanse of the types of paintings that you've done over the year. I saw watercolors, I saw oils, I saw pastels, I saw charcoal sketches. Is there one area that you prefer to work in?
No, I like all of it.
How do you decide what scene? You know, you've got still lifes and you've got scenes, marvelous scenes of Central Park, scenes in New York, cabs in the rain. Then there's some wonderful scenes in France, in Italy. What is it that strikes your attention, that makes you say, you know what, I want to paint that? How do you decide that?
That's a very good question. Look at it and just say, this would be a good oil painting, or this would be a good watercolor painting, or this might be just a simple sketch. It comes about spontaneously.
How about the portraits you do? I saw some portraits, Louis Armstrong, wonderful thing, some sketches, Lady Gaga, Stevie Wonder. And I would think that portraits are a very different thing to do, so who do you decide you want to do portraits of?
Well, people that I respect an awful lot. I respect their talent. I respect them as human beings. And then I try to paint them or photograph them or give an impression of those people that I really respect.
What do you think about it? Because I was watching you, and they brought you in to show you the exhibit here in the Paley Center, and I saw you go from painting to painting and look at them and step back, almost as if you were observing them for the first time.
Right.
So what do you think when you walk into a room and the walls are covered with your works?
I couldn't believe it. I was so knocked out that I walked into a room where all these paintings were done individually through the years, and all of a sudden they were all in one room.
I was struck by the fact, as I looked at the paintings, they're all signed by you, and they're signed Benedetto.
That's my family name.
Why did you choose to still use that then on your paintings?
To try and communicate in show business, I stylized my name to say Bennett, to simplify it so that people get to know me. But Benedetto is a very wonderful name. In Italian, it's translated
The blessed one.
the blessed one.
Yeah.
It's the blessed one.
And I suspect you would look at your life and say that was appropriate. to be the blessed one, given your
Very true.
opportunities.
Very true.
And Susan, you use Benedetto.
I do.
You
It's
do.
a beautiful name. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah. And it again embraces that whole family and the support that he had been given, the tradition of his family.
Yeah, I mean, that's his family name. That is his real name. And I just love it. I'm very proud to have it.
And I saw a story about that came from Bob Hope.
Right.
How did that happen?
Well, he saw me down in the village, and he took me on the road with him. I mean,
And you're a young
finally
guy
said,
just
"My
trying to
God,
make it in
I'm
the business?"
show business, you know. And he took me to the West Coast, and I've been in show business ever since.
And he was the one that said to you, here's the name you're going to use, not Anthony Benedetto,
Right.
you're Tony Bennett.
That's
that came
right.
from Bob Hope.
He gave me that name, right?
And he just announced you like that on stage, right?
What?
He just announced you like that one night.
That's
He didn't
right.
tell you what he was going to do,
So
right?
you're walking around saying,
Yeah.
who's this Tony Bennett guy?
Yeah, he's like
Who's
looking
that he's
behind
calling
him.
out? Where am I coming out to sing? And you realize, wait a minute, that's me.
It was at the Paramount Theater. He announced me as Tony Bennett, and it was the first time I ever heard that name.
You talk about Count Basie and how he helped you, especially at a time in your career when things were changing. You talked about the Beatles were getting popular, and you were looking at, well, where should I go now? And Count Basie gave you some advice.
He was at Birdland, and every night it was the most popular thing you could do in New York City. And as close as you and I are right now, that's how he liked the first customer to be this close to him right here. He liked everybody close to him. And he taught me to work intimately instead of pushing to the back of the house. He said, just work this way. And it communicates, you know.
I read something one time where somebody was talking about you when you're singing, and they said you have this magical ability to take a song from decades ago and make it feel as comfortable for your audience as if you're sitting over a cup of coffee and having a conversation. Is that a good way to explain how you like to perform?
Yeah, if you do it with good music, and if you do it with a song that will always be good no matter what year it is, if you do something that's so good that it's good now and it's good 10 years from now and it's good 20 years from now, if it's that good, it's always going to be good. So you stay with quality.
I'm going to ask you about a couple of your songs. I Left My Heart in San Francisco is
Well, that was the big one.
certainly the big one, the favorite.
I left my heart.
I imagine wherever you perform, they expect you to sing that song.
Right.
Does it ever, as a performer, do you ever get tired of being asked to sing I Left My Heart in San Francisco? Does it ever
Never.
tire? Never at all?
Never.
Do you get as much
I love
enjoyment?
the city. I love everything about it. When I sing it, I try to show people what a wonderful city that it is. So much so that I decided not to live there because I would be bothered by all of the people there.
So you
I
get to
live in New
enjoy
York
it from a
City, so that
distance.
when I go there, it's a big moment for me.
For so many years now, you have been painting and you've been singing. Do you see a connection between your art and your music?
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of connection?
Well, it's an art form, music and art. And it's so great to be swimming around in all of that. It's a wonderful feeling
Do you still get to paint every day or almost every day?
every day.
Why is that important to you to be able to do that every day?
Well, you try to keep growing. You want to improve, you want to simplify it. The whole idea is to get better as much as you can.
Well, it's been a fascinating journey, of course, and we are also thrilled that in some way we've been able to accompany you on this
Well,
journey.
thank you very much.
true.
It's been a pleasure talking with both of you. Both be well.
Thank you, Jack.
And we all wish Tony Bennett and his wife Susan Benedetto the good life.